What is up, guys? Toss here. Welcome back to another video. So what you see right here is my M1 finance portfolio. And for those of you guys that have been on my YouTube channel before, you've seen some videos, you probably know what this is. But for the newer viewers, this is a portfolio I started strictly for the YouTube channel. I've built it from $0 all the way to where it is right now, over 11,000 bucks. And I've done this pretty slowly, right? I've done this the more traditional way, deposit 100 bucks, couple $100 per month and grow it slowly, reinvest the dividends. And I want to show you guys what I'm about to do right now. We're actually going to make some live moves and I'm going to sell out of a position, and that position is Duke Energy. I want to show you guys how I'm going to sell out of this and what I'm going to reinvest this money in, because I'm not just going to take this money out and go spend it and blow it on a Gucci belt, right? I'm actually going to reinvest this money back into the portfolio. So what I'm going to do right now is show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to sell out of Duke. I'm going to do this, click buy/sell. You guys probably know how to do this. I'm not sure. If you haven't used M1, you probably don't know what I'm doing. But how to sell out of M1, you simply go to the slice. In this case, it's Duke. You go to buy/sell, and then you go over here. Let me show you. You want to click sell and put the amount you want to sell out of. So I'm going to do $324.05. And don't worry, we're going to talk about why I'm doing this in a second, but I just want to show you how to do this. And then you click continue, and how this actually works. You guys probably know this if you're familiar with M1. They don't trade in real time. And by that I mean when you actually go to buy a stock and sell a stock, there's actually something known as trading windows. So what I just did right now, I clicked sell. I sold, right? I sold Duke, but it didn't go through yet. It's actually going to go through tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. And that's just kind of how M1 Finance works. It's not a trading platform, meaning you're not supposed to day trade and swing trade on this. This is really a long-term investing platform, and that's how it works. So I'm selling out of Duke, and the reason why is because honestly, guys, it's good to have exposure to utilities, but with this stock, I was doing analysis, looking at the dividend and the growth of the company in general, and the growth is just not there. I mean, they're not really growing, and I knew that getting into it. I mean, I didn't get into this being like, oh, this is going to grow hundreds of percent every year. I mean, I got into this as a dividend play, but as the months, and I think I've owned this for over a year, you know, as the time has gone, I mean, I'm looking at other dividend plays, and I like them just simply, I like them more than Duke. I mean, Duke at this point has a 4.3% dividend. That's great. The PE is a 32, so that's arguably a bit lofty for this company. And I believe the dividend growth, I have to double check, it's not that great. I mean, in terms of the 5-year compounded annual growth rate, their dividend growth is just not good. It's got to be in the single digits. I got to double check, and maybe I'll put a screenshot right here. And when it comes to what I'm reinvesting this money into, their dividend growth on the flip side is great. Their dividend yield is higher, right? And overall, I think the business has better prospects, and I like the growth of this business more than Duke Energy. And this company is AbbVie, ticker symbol ABBV. And according to Berkshire Hathaway's 13F filing, I was actually reading this earlier, interesting stuff. I believe they increased their AbbVie position by 20%, if I'm not mistaken, right around there. And that's not why I'm buying into AbbVie, guys. If you know, I've been in AbbVie for a while at this point. And I think it's actually a good time to get in, not because of Buffett, but because the dividend is solid, the PE ratio is much lower than Duke, and it's growing the dividend at about 15 to 20% on a 5-year compounded annual growth rate. Last time I checked, I'll put a screenshot right here. It's definitely up there. That's a very strong growth. And in terms of the price of the stock has actually been beaten down recently, which is another reason why I'm looking to get into it right now and looking to buy more. And you guys can see my average cost is $92 and it's at 106. So I've been buying into this, from 70 bucks, 80. I bought a lot at 90, some in the hundreds as well. I've just been averaging over time. And right now it's time to buy some more. So I'm going to cancel this little reinvestment of dividends here. I'm going to cancel that, and I'm just going to rebuy this. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. So buy/sell AbbVie. And by the way, I got paid a dividend today of about $7 from AbbVie, which is awesome from a position that's only $400 or $500, and that's quarterly. And I love that dividend, guys. So I'm going to buy probably $200 worth of AbbVie here. Just put that money from Duke, freeing up that cash. I'm putting it right into AbbVie. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. And if I refresh this, let's see if I refresh this, we should be able to see what I'm buying and selling. Here we go. So you can see one buy right now of $200 of AbbVie, and this goes again. It goes through at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, and one sell of Duke at about $324. So we still have about $124 to play with here. So what else am I going to invest in, guys? Well, let's take a look at what we have here. I'm going to buy $100 worth of Johnson & Johnson, and if you guys watch my videos, my previous update videos of this M1 Finance portfolio, and by the way, I'll link that down below. It's a playlist. There's about 35 episodes from how it's gone from $0 all the way to over $11,000 in about a year and a half. Go check that out. All the videos are in that playlist, and I've mentioned in previous videos, I've set a new rule for myself. Every time I buy a stock in this portfolio, other than reinvesting dividends, because when I get dividends, it's usually about $5, $10, sometimes, and I have some cash there where I just reinvest it, and it's not $100. But every time, other than those reinvesting of dividends, I'm going to be buying a minimum of $100 every time I buy any stock. That's my new rule, because I was buying in this portfolio when it was smaller. I was buying, in $20 increments, $30 increments. Now I want to do over $100. So we just did $200 in AbbVie. I'm going to do $100 now into Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to buy it right here, $100 buy, and I still have about $35 left. I'll throw that $35 here into Raytheon, buy/sell. $35. It should be right there. You guys can see that available for orders. 35.56. There we go. Continue. Confirm buy. So we're good to go. I mean, that's how it works, guys. And I'm good to go now. And all of these buys and the sell from Duke Energy, these should go through tomorrow morning, and everything should be perfect. And I'll go from there. So that's it. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I just showed you guys live. And another reason why I wanted to cut out of Duke is because I have too many positions, I've decided. I mean, 21's a little bit too much, so I figured let me cut it to 20. And I don't know, over time, over these next couple of months, it's not going to happen right away in the next week, but over time, maybe over the next year, 2 years even, I'm talking longer term. I mean, this is a longer term portfolio. I want to slowly maybe scale out of a couple of these positions and trim it to 15 positions, maybe 12, and that's going to come with time as the portfolio gets a little bit bigger. We'll see. I might not even do that. I might keep it at 15 to 20 positions. Who knows? But yeah, overall, that's kind of what I'm doing now, and you can see Duke has been a laggard in this portfolio. It's made me no money in terms of capital gains over the past year and a half. I have gotten dividends, which again, that's awesome, but it hasn't made me money in terms of capital gains. So I'm cutting out of that. And AT&T, you may be asking yourself, Stas, why don't you cut out of that one? I actually think this is a good turnaround play. They've made some bad deals. You guys have seen the DirecTV, all that nonsense, but they're turning it around slowly, with streaming services, all that good stuff. I think AT&T is a nice turnaround play. I think it's at a good value right now with high dividend. So I'm I'm keeping it in here, and I'm probably going to end up buying more. And just to show you guys the dividends, and you may be asking yourself, how many dividends, how much in dividends do you get from a portfolio that's 10,000, 11, 12,000 bucks? That's where it is right now in that general area. This is the answer to that question. I mean, take a look. In 2021, this is what we've made above this highlighted bar right here. We made $275 from Pepsi, made $8.60 from Altria, which is why I love that stock. I love it for dividends. Guys, look, $8 and I only own about $500 of the stock, and that's quarterly. So that's great. Altria, I got realty income there, $1.40. That's monthly. That's a REIT. AT&T, there we go, $5.71. That's a nice dividend there. MasterCard, this doesn't pay much of a dividend, but I'm not really in it for the dividend. This is it's kind of like the cherry on top, the dividend. This is more of a growth company, so they paid only 72 cents, which is okay. Better than nothing, right, guys? And AbbVie, they paid $7. That's great. That's why I'm reinvesting money into AbbVie and buying more AbbVie, because eventually I want my quarterly dividend to be $100, $200, $500 of AbbVie, $1,000 one day, right? Or even more than that. And that's the goal here. And on top of that, we have $2.12 from Procter & Gamble and another $1.66, which I just got today. I mean, today I got these three dividends: $7 from AbbVie, $2 from Procter & Gamble, and $1.66 from which is realty income, and that's $10. So hey, I guess I could just take this money out, right, and go get myself maybe a nice McDonald's meal, or maybe some Chick-fil-A. I don't know if you guys have tried Chick-fil-A, and I much prefer Chick-fil-A actually over McDonald's. If Chick-fil-A ever went public, guys, I would be an investor, and that's just a little side note. But overall, I mean, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a pretty random video of me just making some moves. If you guys want to see more of that, let me know in the comments. And I mean, just take a look. This past month has been great in this portfolio. $23 in dividends, $500 in market gain. It's been crushing it, and I'm well aware the markets could drop, and then I'll just be able to add more to this portfolio, because again, it's a long-term portfolio. So let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys want $30 free from M1 Finance by simply using my link down below, opening up an account and depositing any amount of money, check out that link. You get $30 for using it. I also get $30, which helps me out. I really appreciate that a lot if you guys do use that. And you could also check out my Patreon if you want more access to me, exclusive content, morning update videos, buy and sell alerts, call outs, and a bunch more. You could check out the Patreon, also linked right down below. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe out there. Keep crushing the markets, guys. Peace out.